What's up, Bridal Babes? I hope you're ready for another exciting episode of your favorite local wedding show, Bridal Buzz. I'm your host, Kat, and today is a special episode. We're joined by Shyanna and Jeremy in the studio. We're going to talk all about their engagement, how they met, and everything they have planned for their upcoming wedding. Before we get started, quick shout out to today's sponsor, The Wedding Fair Show. We'll learn all about them as we get going, but with that, let's get started. Thanks again for being here today, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so I'd love to hear just a little bit about who you guys are, a little bit about your backstory, and then how you met.
Well, I'm Shyanna.
Hi.
And I am a hairstylist. So we actually met in high school, technically middle school, first time,
Yeah.
through mutual friends.
I was in the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Basically how we met is I was accidentally placed in the ROTC program at our high school.
Accidentally?
Mm-hmm. So I originally signed up for our home ec.
Like, is that legal?
Right.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Right. Well, the advisors basically were like, well, do you want to stay in it? You need a PE credit anyways. So I was like, okay, something new.
Yeah.
Never would have imagined doing that.
Huh.
But then I ended up meeting him.
Wow.
Yeah, I was already I was a year ahead of her.
Okay.
In high school, and so I was already in the program. This is my second year going in. I had a position, like a leadership position role already, and so at the time, dating a person that was under you, and we were in different companies, so we didn't really think it was like a problem with chain of command.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
And it wasn't?
No.
Some of them did have some I guess views towards it,
Yeah.
like that weren't very positive.
Like, you guys are 15 and 16. Like, calm down.
Right.
She was actually 14 and I was 15.
Oh, yeah, like,
Yep.
they're like, oh, you can't do this. You can't. Come
Yeah.
on. Like,
I
that's
mean,
hilarious.
They just didn't want any drama.
Of course,
within
yeah.
in the core.
So where you're from the San Antonio area, or where did you guys come from? San Antonio?
Born and
Nice.
raised.
Wow. True to what
Yeah.
we're doing today. That's amazing.
True essay.
Yeah, true essay. Exactly. So you guys met freshman and sophomore. How long did it take you to start actually dating or like talking? Like, did you ask for her number? Did you get it from a friend?
So it was actually pretty quick. Like in the span of a week, I want to say.
Talking.
Yeah, talking.
Aw.
I will say, I thought you were dating someone else.
Yeah, well, she was a friend.
Is he just like a flirty guy, or?
He's a very friendly person.
Okay.
So I guess from the outside perspective, you can think.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to help her out, get
He was
another
trying to
guy.
get intel.
You're like actually just trying to be a wingman for this girl.
Yes.
Like,
And
awesome.
And she didn't really have too many friends, and so me being the friendly person, I try and include everybody. And so she took that as it's a bummer.
oh my god. You're like, well, moving on. He must not be into me. But he was. And so who was the one who initiated it first?
I was the one who initiated it first during lunchtime, one of the lunchtimes, she didn't have anything to eat. She didn't have any money. I only had $1, and at the time they had like a little snack station for the ROTC cadets. And I bought a ramen cup, and I was like, "Did you want to share this ramen with me?" So, she always told me like she was never used to sharing anything with somebody so new like that. So, I guess I was lucky.
Aw. You like opened up to her early on, and that like established some trust, probably. Yeah.
Sure.
Aw. So, talk to me about the phases that followed that. Like, did you guys stay together all throughout high school and then through college, or, throughout whatever came next? Like, was there ever, we don't have to get too juicy into it, but was there ever moments where you guys were like separate, or, like what followed after the initial dating? Because I feel like it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
It has
Sure.
been a minute. It's hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way.
Like the little details.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we did stay together all throughout high school and into now, for him, college. because right after high school, I went right into the cosmetology program.
Nice.
I was only there for a year, started my career, but now it's him going through the phases of college and eventually med school.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's been a long road. Mainly, she's very patient when it comes to like putting my studies first and making sure that I'm able to pay for the bills that I need to pay for and able to work at the same time. And so I'm very lucky to have her being so patient with me.
Well, I feel like even from the story about the ramen, it's like, that sharing a meal like that is just the epitome of what's mine is yours, and like we're in this together. And so I feel like that was kind of like established at a very early point in y'all's relationship of like, we're in this together.
Most
Your struggle is
definitely.
my struggle. Your ramen is my ramen.
Most
Hell
definitely.
So how long did you guys date before you decided to propose?
I proposed recently this year in
Right.
April,
Aw.
and so it's been about 8 years, about to be 8
8
years.
years.
So
Wow.
it was 7 years.
That's so special. Oh my gosh. And so tell me about, did you know what she wanted for the proposal? Did you guys talk about like what you wanted for the ring, who you wanted to be there, kind of that whole, was there a conversation or did you just, surprise?
So there was always like we would always talk about it, how we would do it, where we would do it, but it was never a for sure thing.
Yeah.
And then leading up to the purchase of the ring, the purchase and communicating with different people, asking questions, I kind of stayed silent when talking to her about a proposal or any kind of ring. I just wanted to be spontaneous and
Yeah.
special for.
Did
for her.
you see it coming when it was like around the time?
I had an idea
Yeah.
because, funny story, one of my friends actually showed me the ring. I didn't know it was. She just was like,
Jeremy's
someone
not happy.
randomly texted me a picture of this ring. Luckily, she didn't save his new number, so it didn't say like his name on top, but she
did
just
you
showed
see
me.
his number? Did you know?
No, luckily he changed his number, so I don't even have memorized at that
Nice.
point.
Whew. Solid.
I was in the clear for a second.
But he was sitting like right across when she did that. So
you're
I can
like-
imagine he probably gave her
Face
the
just like on fire. Like, oh my gosh, how stressful.
I just kept quiet. I forgot what we were doing.
We were just in my room.
I was just on my phone, I guess, or on my laptop, just staying quiet.
Say nothing, say nothing.
Saying nothing.
Someone just randomly sent me a picture of this ring and they have the same carpet as you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So weird. Oh my gosh, that could have gone the wrong way really quickly.
For real.
Oh, okay. So there was like, you're like, okay, well, somebody you know has a ring. Like,
Yeah.
who's in that part of their life? Like,
Right.
obviously, you guys. So it happened April of 2022. Tell me about where, what, how.
It was at the museum, at the
McNay.
McNay, that's what it was called. And I really loved the pictures when I went over there for my graduation pictures. I thought it was really beautiful. I saw even people taking their wedding photos there. And I just liked the art, or mainly the architecture and like
Right.
the white, not cobblestone, the
stucco
white stone.
Or, yeah.
And there was a pond there, and it wasn't planned ahead of time where I was gonna ask her until I got there.
So it was in front of the fountain.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
the koi pond.
It was at the koi pond.
Oh my gosh,
at the bridge.
beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Aww. And you just like knew in that moment it was time.
I knew in that moment it was time when we got there, that's where I wanted it to be. But so I ordered. I had my cousin. She's a minor in media studies,
Okay.
and she loves taking photos. So I was like, all right, I don't have a lot of money. Can you take these photos for me? They're going to be engagement photos, but I'm saying that they're spring photos because we have never done that before.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted something to put on the desk or
Yeah.
up on the wall, and that's our
Yeah,
first
like
photo
professional
shoot.
pictures. Yeah.
And she was so down. She was so excited. She was
Sign me up.
she couldn't she said that she almost couldn't contain herself
Aw.
when she got there.
Yeah,
Like, she
I
was
mean, yeah, if my guy planned, he's like, let's go do a photo shoot because I want to have pictures of us. I'd be like, oh, okay, yes, like
Yep.
today, sign me up, like just say the word and I'll start doing my hair. Yeah, that's yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a special thing.
Definitely something new. So I wasn't sure if that was happening, but it was different. But then I'm like, his family does this stuff, so maybe this is just he wants to start doing it too.
Nice. Yeah, and you're like, you're in school still. So had you guys had the conversation of like, do you want to wait until you're out of school or anything like that? So maybe there was waiting happening.
Yeah,
or-
like I wasn't expecting it anytime soon.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And your wedding is planned for March of 2024, correct? So you have some time. And is that because you're waiting for a certain date, or you guys just want some good time to be able to plan the wedding?
So we decided that because you will be graduating from UTSA this coming
December.
December.
Oh,
yeah.
perfect. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, go
So,
Roadrunners.
and he was deciding to take a gap year in between that and med school to have some time to study for his MCAT.
Nice.
And we figured that was the best timing because if we did it after the fact, it would just be a waiting game for
Yeah,
us.
it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was just going to be a whole big challenge just planning for a wedding while I was in med school and having all my time towards that and not putting enough time towards
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
planning and the preparations that need to be done.
Yeah, everyone's different, but med school definitely can stretch a person thin within itself, and wedding planning is not easy. Like,
Oh no,
I'm
she
like,
showed
oh, this
me.
is gonna be fun, and then I'm like, oh, can someone please help me with this? Like, I even have a planner, and I'm like, I need more help. Like,
And she has like 2 different planners. Like she's
Yeah.
all about it.
nice. Who are you planning with?
So all of the planning part will be done virtual. It's with Jamie Wolfer.
Okay.
So she has an online program that you can do basically your wedding planning, but at a
Nice.
cheaper cost.
Love it.
And day of coordination, we are hiring Forever Weddings Marina.
Okay, cool.
And they're actually at the wedding show.
Nice. Yes, love it. Love, love, love. So, what was the moment like when he asked you?
At first, I thought he was joking.
She said, "Are you serious?" And I thought she was either mad or so happy that she didn't want to believe it. And I was just
Aw.
like, "Yes."
Yeah, because in the past, he's like done that jokingly, like get on one knee, but there's never been like a ring.
What? Wait.
Twice. It was twice.
You
Like,
have twice jokingly got on a ring or on your knee.
started tying my shoe.
Yeah. So at first, I thought it was just another one of those moments, but then he
The boy
pulls
who
out
cried
this
wolf.
huge box from his pants, which luckily I didn't notice was in his pants.
I was surprised she didn't because my pants were really tight and I could barely like get the box out of my back pocket. I was like
Oh my
struggling,
gosh.
like, whoa, hold on. And I was all telling my cousin at the same time,
Yeah.
hurry, do it.
Now's the time. There's a picture you're gonna get. It's this one.
She was surprised. She's like, oh, okay.
Okay, it's happening.
Yeah,
It's
because you
happening.
didn't give her any heads up.
I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Well, you like felt it in the moment. You're like, okay, this is it. I'm doing it.
Yep.
And did you ask her anything specific? Do you remember what you said? Was there like a speech, or did you kind of just ask her to be your wife?
I wanted there to be a speech, but I was just so choked up and also nervous at the same
Yeah.
time to where I was just, you're the love of my life. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Oh.
You've been there thick and thin. Will you be Mrs. Hernandez?
Aww. That's kind of a speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did good.
You did good.
Nailed it.
I was bagging myself for a while. I was like,
Aw.
man, I should have said more, but then
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then following up that, our family surprised us with a spontaneous like engagement mini party.
Nice. Same day or like
Yep, same day.
That's awesome. So you kind of had people in the know. They knew
Yes.
it was coming and they were planning for it.
Yes, I asked her family first, of course, and her dad first, and then I told my parents. I was saying I was mainly in contact with my mom. She's great at calling people, calling the restaurants, making sure everything's good with the capacity of people and where we should eat and what we like.
Yeah.
I told her she liked the Blanco barbecue because she wanted to try the turkey there, and I remember that like months prior, and I was like, she wants to go to Blanco barbecue, and there's a dining hall there for
Yeah.
all of us to fit in.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, they do wedding catering too.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, keep them in mind for sure. And they have a sister company, Absolutely Delicious, that also does catering. If you guys haven't picked caterer yet. Before we keep going, I am going to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, the Wedding Fair Show. So, Bridal Babes, if you are looking for an event to attend in a city near you coming soon, the Wedding Fair Show is the place to do it. They have the best vendors, the best inspiration, all under one roof. There's always going to be one right around the corner. The next one is September 25th, and then following that, there's one in January and in June. So, check out theweddingfairshow.com today to see when you should go and buy your tickets. Okay. And you guys actually went to the last one, right? We already discussed that you booked your planner through it, your day of coordinator. How exciting. I love it. Tell me a little bit about the first steps following the engagement, following that proposal. What came next? How quickly did it all happen? Did you book the venue right away? Did you wait a little bit? What came first?
Well, we first started looking at venues and ideas of what we had envisioned for that day. He's always liked that kind of like rustic feel. I've always liked that boho kind of gardeny feel.
Nice.
So that took a big part of that. The first venue we did check out was Botanical Gardens. We loved it. The only thing is they didn't have all the amenities that we wanted. Since we are trying to plan it as much budget friendly as we can, we wanted to find a venue that gave us as much as we possibly can for our buck.
Yeah.
So the venue we ended up settling on was the Oaks at Heavenly.
Beautiful. And so what about that venue specifically was like, oh, this is the one?
I felt like it had both of our taste in it. So at the Oaks, they have their outdoor ceremony location, which is a beautiful gazebo, which they already have really pretty decorated. So that was like my feel. And then the inside had that kind of rustic that he was looking for.
Nice.
I did like the fact that I had my own room, because usually venues don't really have, the groom suite or private bath. We have private bathrooms, don't we? Yes.
Yeah. Typically the groom suite is not the priority on the venue owner's list. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
There are some out there that that's great to know that Oaks at Heavenly has a good groom suite that accommodates both sides of the wedding party. So what were the amenities too that you were really looking for that Oaks at Heavenly provided for you?
They provide a full linens there as well as china.
Okay.
So you're not having to worry about that.
Yeah.
They also come with their own uplighting inside the venue. So
nice.
it saves on cost with like your DJ. It's not something that they're going to have to bring along with them.
Right. Yeah. Everything's already there. Yeah. That's pretty nice.
And they have their already in-house bartenders there, so you're not having to hire outside. And the nice thing about them, they also are the sister company to Heavenly Gourmet.
Right.
So you get that discount on that catering.
Okay. So you guys are going to be going with Heavenly Gourmet.
Yeah.
Nice. So tell me about your dress shopping. Have you done that yet?
It was actually a lot sooner than I expected.
Yeah.
So when Randy Finoli came to Bridal Connections, one of my bridesmaids surprised me with a booking.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
just going.
Did I
just to
see you
it.
there?
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah, I was there the first morning, like early the first day that he was here, which was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you met him and he like saw you trying on dresses and everything.
He
Oh, that's so
did.
special. I love
Yeah.
it.
It definitely made you feel like you were literally on his show.
Yeah.
Because he was involved throughout the whole time.
Yeah. And he is on it. Like
Yeah.
he has the energy that you see on TV in person for sure. You're like, yeah, totally. I know exactly who Randy Finoli is. It's okay.
No disrespect.
It's okay. And have you started thinking about your outfit or anything like that yet?
Yes, we've actually picked out the entire party's suits already. Their colors, their what I'm gonna wear, what her dad's gonna wear, and so
you guys are ahead of me on that.
Shoot.
She's killing
the
it.
bomb.
Yeah. So how many party members do you guys have?
5.
Five
Yeah.
each?
Yeah.
I also have a bridesman, so that's something different.
Aw, we're twins. I'm loving it. Oh, that's great. Yeah. One of my best friends since I was like in first grade for sure. So I was like, I'm not going to say no to you.
Yeah.
And be like, so what else? Talk to me about, the design details. Have you picked any colors? So you picked the colors for their suits. Is that kind of in theme with the colors for the wedding and things like that? Yeah.
So what we're thinking is like sage greens, blush, and dusty rose.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
since he chose to have them in navy, probably some navy accents as well.
Nice. And are you going to be also in navy or?
I am.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. So classic. I love that color scheme too. What have been some of the funnest moments so far for you guys in wedding planning?
Probably the design factor.
Yeah.
Like the themes and finding out like different
Sitting
centerpiece
on
ideas.
Pinterest for like 3 hours.
The Pinterest
Yeah.
boards. That's been the most exciting for me.
Yeah. What about you?
I like the field trips.
Yeah.
Like going to the venue, going to the tastings,
food
going
tastings.
to the
Yeah.
expos, being able to share those experiences with her, and even though I'm not there during the day when she's on her computer, when she's working through it, the actual planning, I'll reach out and say, hey, do you need help? What do you need help with on when it comes to like definitely the list of
Yeah.
people, and when it comes to money, of course, you know, like where can I provide? where do you need this money?
Where can I throw these dollars?
You know, just it's really special being able to be a part of that and not just off in my own world doing
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, we
you
love
know?
an involved groom. So you're like so on board with him being involved, and you want to be involved. That's awesome. So, were there any surprises that have come up so far in your wedding planning?
The amount of stuff that we've won because of her. She's just so lucky. Like she's
Entering giveaways
Yep.
and things.
Yes.
Yes. Bridal Babes, if you're watching, she's actually she won a giveaway for the wedding fair show, and she also won the necklace and the earrings she's wearing today. And I'm like, I also want to get matching that
Right.
set of jewelry because it's so cute. So what other giveaways have you won?
Let's see. We did win. So on our venue, we actually did win a percentage off of it, which is very nice. So that helped.
Yeah.
Definitely.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Because we chose Heavenly Gourmet, we were also to get a discount
you
on
got
that.
that.
On that food.
So double discount there. That's pretty sweet. If you go to the next wedding fair show, I guarantee you'll get some more good discounts too. Giveaways.
Right?
Yeah. Diamonds Direct will be giving away another bracelet, and we might have some travel stuff. We'll see. But yeah.
Ooh, traveling.
Yeah. Do you guys know what you're going to do for your honeymoon yet?
We threw out ideas. We're thinking of a cruise since they're
fun.
very inclusive, which
yes.
is nice.
You just show up and they tell you what to do, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty nice. Yeah. And you guys have time to plan for that. So, for sure. I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, babe, it is, we're almost 6 months out. You know, it's time to commit to what we want to do. And yeah. Love you,
Save up a
Jackson.
little bit.
Another giveaway we won. We actually won at the wedding fair.
Yeah.
With Noah Molina videography.
Cool.
Yeah, we won their
Oh my gosh.
$500 off any package, which is really nice.
Yes, definitely take advantage of that. That is one of the number one regrets we hear is not booking a videographer for your wedding day. So getting a discount and booking that videographer,
Yeah.
solid, because it's just such a special way to remember that day, you know? I mean, videographers are definitely like that.
They catch the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the actual moment, you know?
Right.
You get to hear the laughter and, you know, the deep breath before you walk down the aisle and all these things. It's so special. So that's awesome. Congrats on that. Yeah. So what's next? Do you have anything coming up like soon that's on the wedding agenda?
I think our next thing would probably be for the bridesmaids. So they want to start looking at dresses.
Yeah.
That's the last thing that we really have bridal party wise for their attire.
Nice.
Bridal Wars.
Oh yeah.
You
We're
guys
also
are gonna
going
do
to do
that?
that Bridal Wars
Oh
thing.
my
It's coming up in
gosh.
Austin in February.
Oh my gosh. I literally am like, please go live. I want to watch you the whole time. I'm like, yeah, Shyanna, go. That's so fun. So before we end, do you guys have like a piece of advice or just something that you would say to couples that are planning on getting engaged, just got engaged, planning weddings in this phase of life? What would you leave with them?
I'd say for the planning part, try to just enjoy the moment. Don't get too stressed out about the little details and allow yourself enough time to plan that wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely like setting a good amount of time for yourself to prepare for finances, for meetings, for anything that involves the wedding. Give yourself time.
Yeah.
So that way, whatever situation you're in, it's not going to be a big deal if it's a dilemma.
Right.
If you can't pay for something because of bills, okay, I'll pay for it next week. Or I'll
Right.
pay for it next paycheck.
Yeah. Payment plans for contracts are definitely important to pay attention to.
Yes.
Yes. Like, oh, I don't need everything in the same exact month, actually. That'd be nice if we could spread that out
Yeah.
over a few months. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming in. I know people are just going to soak up this episode. And we're also going to be sharing your story online. So, Bridal Babes, if you want to go and visualize it, see their pictures, read more about their story, you can do that on sanantonioweddings.com. And don't forget to check out the Wedding Fair show at weddingfairshow.com today. And don't forget, the buzz does not have to stop here. We are everywhere online. Pinterest, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. Find us and get that inspiration on a daily basis. And we have new Bridal Buzz episodes every week on your favorite streaming platform and YouTube. So thanks for tuning in, and just wave to this camera and say we'll see you next time.
See you next time.